What's up, guys? We are back with the STi motor. This time I picked up the tools to go ahead and undo the cam bolts, the company 23 cam holder tools. I tried it, like I said in the last video, I tried it without them, with like wrapping the belt, and it seemed a little too sketchy for my Lincoln. I really don't want to damage the cam, so I went ahead, borrowed those from a friend, so I'm going to jump on there, start opening those up. Hopefully tonight what we'll do is get the heads off, get the motor all the way down to the short block, and then we'll start taking a look and seeing what kind of damage we've got. Alright guys, we got the heads off, got the oil pan off, so really the next thing to do is I want to go ahead and take the oil pickup tube and the windage tray off, and there's like one or two fittings down there I want to get off. I can get to the wrist pin covers to take the wrist pins out on the front, but being on the stand on the back side, there's just not a way to get to them, so I'm going to go ahead and pull it off the stand for the back ones. And then once we have that, we'll rotate the assembly, get the pistons out, and then really from there we'll just double check all the cylinder walls, make sure those are good. From what I've seen so far, they look good, so unless there's something just hidden away under there, you know, just a real good check. They look great in there, other than the clear oil blow by. So we'll get in there, start getting those pistons out, get it off the stand, get the pistons out, and then after that I'll throw it back on the stand, wheel it outside, and give it a good soak down of some Simple Green, wash off the outside, and then clean everything on the inside with brake cleaner. We'll do the heads as well. See the heads over here, and I've got them covered with some paper towels. But you can see these are the insides of the head. I do want to clean them up real nice before we get them all back in there. Alright, so I'm going to throw you guys back up on the time lapse, and we'll keep working away at this. Love this view through here. Crank's turning smoothly. Let me grab the wrench. Crank is turning smoothly. Rods look good. They don't look bent. Everything looks good. So that is always a positive sign. We'll go ahead and flip it back over, start tearing the rest of it open. Alright guys, so we're going to start over here on cylinder number 2, getting ready to pull these off. So this plug right here, yeah, you can see that from where you are. This plug here will come out, and it's going to give you access to, I'm going to knock that down first. That pin, this plug is going to come out, give us access to the wrist pin. So we'll back that plug out. I'm going to set it up here. I'm going to put it right back on once we've got it out. Once we've got that piston out. So I'm going to go ahead, back this in, and it's going to line up with this hole. Check, see what you guys can see. There we go. So that's going to line up. You're going to take that clip out, and then you saw me bending the tip of the screwdriver. You just need something with a little hook on it to get on the other side of that wrist pin. It is easier if you can. You certainly want to do it when you're installing, but it is easier when you're pulling them out. I like to get a screwdriver in there, something my buddy Josh clued me into. If you get a screwdriver in there, because they are finicky and they can pop off, and at least that way if it pops off, it hangs on your screwdriver. It doesn't fall into your motor. You don't have to go digging around with a magnet to get it out. So I'm going to go ahead, start another box. The new pistons will come with new clips and wrist pins, but I'm going to go ahead and keep these all organized anyways. Just keep everything organized, you never know. So now we'll go ahead, get on the other side of this. Alright, so we got that guy out of there. Went ahead and grabbed it. Forgot I had some of these long hook tools. So it's just a matter of getting a hold of the, getting it hooked here so that you're not hooking the pin and then tugging on it. Once it starts sliding out, it comes out pretty easy. And then start pushing the piston out. Swing you guys over here so you can see it. And we'll just push it in and twist it so that the rod gets a hold of it and pushes it out all the way the second time through. And I'm going to try and grab these real good. So I want to check that they're 180 from each other. They are not. These, on all the ones I've looked at, they say you want your ring gaps 180 from each other. These are like barely 90, not even 90. So you can see you've got this ring land here, this one here. This was the cylinder that tested good. So we'll see what it does when we get this back one out on the next set. I will throw you guys up on the time lapse for the other three, and then we'll catch you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, so that is a wrap for tearing down the motor. We got it all the way down, got the pistons out. Josh is on his way over later tonight. I know I keep saying Josh is going to come by, but as I kept digging into this thing, I watched a lot of tutorials online. This is the first engine I've torn down as far as taking it all the way down to the short block. First time I've ever pulled pistons, but there was enough useful information online that I felt confident of just pulling piece after piece, labeling, organizing, getting everything back, so that I know exactly how it needs to go back together. So it really wasn't that bad. There's a lot of parts, but a lot of it comes off together, thankfully, on the STi, and a lot of it just makes sense as far as from an engineering perspective. Makes sense how it should come apart, makes sense how it should go back together. Cylinder walls look great, everything else looks great on the motor. So the next thing I'll be doing is just assessing what we need to order, making sure that the cylinders look good on the inside so that we can go ahead and just drop in pistons. I think that's what I've decided to do at this point. But that could change tomorrow, there's no telling. So we'll get a handle on that, get the parts ordered that we need, and then I'm going to start cleaning all of this. I'm going to get the motor back on the engine stand, wheel it outside, hose it down with Simple Green, wash it off, and then brake cleaner everything that I can get to. Brake clean the heads, just clean everything as well as I can. So that's kind of the next step, guys. So thanks for sticking with me through this one. Hopefully this video was a little more informative than the last two. Just got really into just tearing things down, getting the motor out. They turned out to be pretty short videos. Like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.